The card at the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. Okay. I think you had this card in your weekly reading last week, but this is the Justice card. So you will feel a sense of justice with respect to your love life this week on some level, whatever it may be. For you, you'll understand that. But there is a evening out, a balancing out of energy. Wins and losses this week, okay? Let's talk about you. We have the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Knight of Cups bringing forth initiating love. Seven of Wands, defenses. Nine of Discs, comfort in the single life, maybe. Three of Cups, celebrating possible third party. So, you're wanting to initiate love on some aspect, but your defenses are up. You want to feel like justice is being done on some level. So is it that you're sensing maybe that a partner is cheating? What I love about this Three of Cups is it's water. Yeah, of course. Emotions, cups, water signs. But in the nature of the Ouroboros that's on the back, where we are all connected, and this is kind of the primordial nature of birth and rebirth and the interconnectedness of one and all into the mystical realms, right? All of this emotion, these three waterfalls, are coming from one place, and they also actually end in one place also. So it's all the same, but it splits at some point. Maybe it split into two before, and now it's splitting into three. What I want you to notice here is one of these waterfalls has a much more water than the other two. So in this little trio that's going on here, if it is a third-party relationship, there's one person that has a lot more emotions towards another person than they have towards them. It's not equally reciprocated. Is that why you're wanting justice? Is that why your defenses are up? Is that why you want to take everything that you have built in this life, earthly, in an earthly nature? We have the moon here. We have wings. We have spirals. We have so much symbolism in this card, I can't even get started. But is that why you want to take everything that you've created in the relationship and yourself in your life and sneak off into the night and be by yourself? Are you ticked at what's going on? Maybe. Maybe you want to leave with this third person. I don't know. There is offers of love. There is emotion here. There is growth, endless growth. Endless growth. The Lotus. There's a display of great emotion here. But this love, this great emotion doesn't have to be positive emotion. It could be anger, it could be frustration, it could be splitting. But it is a display of emotion. My throat is so dry, I've literally been talking for like 14 hours. Okay. What's going on in your person's life? I want to say two Scorpios. I just have to, you're my last reading for the week. And I've literally been talking for like 14 hours. And I just want people to realize, for the tarot readers on YouTube, for a lot of people, it's not their full-time job. And it takes a lot of energy to put these videos out and to talk and do the private readings. And it's a great love. It's a great hobby or career, because some people do it full time, right? But it takes a lot of energy. We put a lot of work into this. It's not just some humdrum, cheesy YouTube channel where it's like, I'll just talk about some cards for a minute. And I watch almost all the tarot card readers on YouTube. I literally every single day will like type in Aries August and watch whatever's new. Aries September. I watch my rising sign, Pisces, September, and I do the daily search and I watch them. Because we're all so different, but we're also the same at the same time. But one thing that we all have in common is how much effort we put into the readings. So thank you for all of my channel growth. I really appreciate it. It's been an amazing journey. And I'm emotional right now because of what happened today and because you're my last reading. So just bear with me for a minute. And my voice is, I'm losing my voice. But it's been quite a journey and very fun and exhilarating and soul searching for me, for one. But I've learned so much about human dynamics and relationship dynamics and spiritual dynamics and astrology. I mean, I watch all the astrology videos too, and it's just, it's such a huge realm. Astrology, tarot, relationship dynamics, social dynamics, understanding of the self, mysticism. It's enormous. And when I learned about, I'm sorry, I know you want your reading. I just have to talk for a minute. I really apologize, Scorpios. I really do. But when I started learning about the house cusps in my own chart, which I'm going to talk about in my extended monthly generals, you really learn. It's not just like I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Cancer, I'm an Aquarius. It's not that. Yes, it is. But it's like, it is so much deeper than that. And I'm sure if you're watching these regularly and religiously, you probably watch a lot of others also, and you probably already kind of know what a big realm this actually is. But when you really start learning about yourself, it's not about my partner's cheating, or I feel like I lost my lover and my life, I feel like hopeless. That's important. It's very important, but it's more of this journey of learning about yourself so you can relate to partnerships that is so expansive. So when I learned that my third and my fourth house cusps, which I'll talk about in my extended generals, okay, this is all really important things I think everybody needs to learn. When I learned that my third and my fourth house cusps in my natal chart were in Gemini, it was like this lightning bolt went off in my head, and I was like, holy shit. That is why I will spend hours upon hours upon hours doing these videos, learning tarot cards, learning astrology, practicing acceptance, practicing spiritual acceptance, practicing all of these things that we learn about in the mystical realm. Well, it's no wonder why. I delve deep. Okay, now you may not. Your third and fourth house cusps may be in something that doesn't like to delve and research endlessly, like endlessly delving into concepts for hours on hours on. I'm going to finish these and I'm going to go watch astrology videos until probably 5 a.m. And then I'm going to get up at 7 and do private readings all day because it is just utterly fascinating to me. So I know, I'm sorry, Scorpios, I know I'm talking about this, but when you're talking about being frustrated about a third-party relationship, when you're talking about possibly separating yourself and keeping your convictions and tenets in place for your own self-protection of your assets, when you're talking about your defenses are up because we have a white wolf staring at us and we're sensing that it's a symbol we need to listen to. Okay, when you're talking about that, it's not just a card telling you that. It's not just me looking at a card. It's like there's so much more that goes into understanding how all these energies work. And I'm not saying I'm this great reader. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying everybody that reads tarot cards does this type of work and excels in this type of research. And they love it. And they put a lot of work into it. And it is extremely expansive to the soul to be able to continuously learn more and more and more and more and more about the symbols on one single card. It blows your mind. It blows your mind. And then you think about this artwork and Mary White and all of the energy that went into the concepts and the symbolism in a deck like this. it puts you on the ground with respect. And I cannot wait to delve into this deck. And I probably will be for the next year, year and a half, delving into this deck because it is spectacular. It is a spectacular work of art. All right, Scorpios, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. But when I was looking at these and you and talking about relationship dynamics, I was like, well, yeah, protect yourself. Be happy. This lotus, this expanding, ever-growing love and emotion spilling out into from his soul, he still has armor on. He's still protecting. This is still a way of protecting. Yes, he's a warrior and he's been to battle and he's coming back to reclaim his love, but he's surrounded by light and gold. The red represents his passion. The lotus represents his yearning for this to grow forever. It's a beautiful card. But he's not naked in front of this person expressing his emotions. He still has his battle gear on. He's still protecting his heart in a way with this card. Don't forget that angle with this card, Scorpios. And that becomes more important when it's next to the Seven of Wands and this disc. This Nine of Discs, she takes out everything emotional that is about love. There's no emotion here. Not that that's bad. But this is a very earthly, gritty, raw card. We see the gears in her sacral chakra, which is what? What's your sacral chakra? Okay, that is where life comes from. And there's no emotion there, it's gears. So Scorpios, when you're talking about celebrating or separating or three people, it's no wonder why the battle gear's on. It's no wonder why the defenses are up. It's no wonder why you're in well-oiled machine mode. All of these energies are beautiful in their own right, but it's no wonder why you're wanting justice. You're wanting things to be balanced out. Let's talk about your person. Nine of Swords. They're feeling hurt and lost too. King of Cups. They're trying to maintain emotional balance. Knight of Pentacles. There is a little fear. The approach is so slow because they are a little fearful. Okay, maybe they did something. Maybe they know. You talk about the Magician. Yes, this is a new beginning. Having the ability to manifest whatever you want. Yes. Okay. But there's sneakiness here. There can be manipulation. We manipulate everything in life. I talk about this all the time. Manipulation doesn't have to be bad. Okay. When you wake up in the morning and take a shower and do your hair, you're manipulating your appearance for the benefit of yourself, feeling good, right? But manipulation nonetheless. So there's fear here in your person. Nine of Swords. Spinning thoughts. I'm just looking at this because I'm just trying to even understand. I mean, look at this. This is not a woman crying with 9 swords in the air in her bed that has roses on it. Look at the layers here. This is spinning thoughts. This is trying to stay grounded and see the light, but everything's crashing in and pushing it down. This is uncontrollable emotion. This is trying to understand where the castles that were in the sky that were being built, why they're crashing down now. This is trying to understand why everything that was promised and felt and sensed was given a higher meaning. Love, security. That's what this is, trying to understand how this promise could allow it to be broken down. It's incessant spinning thoughts. trying to find a grounding of and reality in it. So yeah, they are going to think they need a new beginning. Yeah, they are going to think there may have been manipulation. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. But when you're trying to make sense of this, your mind can go straight to this. What is he concocting here? Okay. So yes, Scorpios, your person, they're trying to maintain their emotional stability. They're trying to stay connected to the earth, but it's almost as if they're like falling into it and it's growing all over them. Knight of Pentacles, this lion here, this lion or this tiger, again, bringing in some Eastern culture here. Majestic, yes. Soft, warm, yes. Feline, yeah. So there's understanding there. There's trust here, just like the Strength card. But that's why the child is sitting on him. But it's still a tiger. It's still huge and it's still dangerous. So just like the Knight of Cups is protecting himself, but still forging ahead. But remember, the armor is still on. This Knight of Discs wants to approach, but it does so extremely slowly and with extreme caution. Okay, warmth nonetheless, yes. Honesty, yes. But there is a little caution and fear because they're trying to make sense of if this is real. They're trying to make sense if this really fell down or not. But they can't. It's like foggy memories of everything, right? Smiles, laughter, glances, the way earlobes look. It's like foggy glimpses of perfection and hurt all at once. And they're trying to be like, what was real? I mean, this is like a legit card of despair. And we've all gone through this. So that's what they're feeling. So Scorpios, as you're getting into gear mode, which is understandable and fine, know that your partner is also trying to make sense of this in their own way. Now, if you're in a committed bond, a long-term marriage, and everything's fine, it doesn't have to be as deep as I went. Okay, I've been talking deep stuff for all day, so like I went there tonight for you. But if you're in a long-term relationship and things are good, you know, there's still hints of that this could be going on. So just be aware. When you're in gear mode, your partner could be going through something. Like be aware, and they for you. Okay, if you're pulling away and in defense mode, they need to understand and be aware and step up and assist and communicate as necessary, right? Because we want to always keep this balance. It's not about getting even and getting justice. Yes, it can be, but it also can just be, you know, like, let's figure out a way to keep this thing in balance. Honey, bunny, I love you, but you're driving me nuts right now. Let's talk about it. You know, we can have those types of conversations too. This isn't like, it doesn't have to be going to the depths of the soul like I just did. But nonetheless, the challenge is the star. So there's healing that needs to take place. There's hope and faith that needs to be restored. The benefit, the Queen of Pentacles, the most generous of all the queens, grounded, supportive, earthy, loving, kind, charitable, very generous. But she feels, okay, she's a feminine energy. She feels, that's why she's crying diamonds. She's crying diamonds of joy, not necessarily of loss, because she's so coming from a generous place. Everything in her soul is generous. This is your benefit, Scorpios. Your love life, your partner. This is the benefit. This is what will help you this week. Okay? Thinking positive, being generous, understanding all the beauty that is there. Work to restore this faith and this hope and heal. It's important. It will restore balance. And the outcome is the King of Wands. So again, bringing in this very tribal aspect. And when you talk about the the tribes and the cultures that are in Africa, they are very, just like the Native Americans, very, very, very in tune with the spirit world. Okay? It takes intuition to a whole other level, because it's not just feeling your insides and your gut and listening to your intuition. It's like trusting that there is this outer realm, this other dimension that is ever present around us, and they lead and they guide us in a positive way. They can also overtake our spirit and our soul, but they also believe, okay, that there is wisdom. There's wisdom in those feelings. There's wisdom in the outside energy. It impacts us. And we have to take that and turn it and believe in its positivity. And again, I don't understand all these symbols. I will. But it talks about the importance of listening and seeing. Okay, look at his glowing eyes. And seeing the truth that really is there. Okay. Instead of wondering if something's being hidden or being sneaky or being concocted, believing that it can still be positive and have a positive outcome, and taking that mindset and moving forward. This is a card of strength, beauty, tenacity, and faith. Faith in oneself, and faith in the outer realms and how they impact our inner realm.